Alright everyone, hello. Welcome to my first recording. Um, so I have recently gotten a new PC, gotten a nice setup, or decent headset, decent webcam, and I've really been thinking about it, and I decided I'm just gonna film a little YouTube series. If no one watches it or it doesn't turn into anything, that's fine, but I just thought I'm playing through Blasphemous right now anyway, and I might as well just record while I'm playing. Might catch some cool clips. I'm not particularly skilled, so I don't know if anything cool will happen. But I'm like 15 hours almost into the game. But I'm gonna start a new game to play on the channel just to do it. I'm also not incredibly good at the game. I am decently far along, I think. Apparently, I'm about 70% done. But I don't really, I've learned enough to be decent at it, but I don't necessarily have the best reaction time or anything. So, um, it won't be spectacular gameplay, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. I'll be quiet during cutscenes and dialogue and stuff. I won't skip stuff. I'll let it play out. Excuse me, just to let it play out, and we'll see what happens. And this, the audio on this might be a little weird because I did a little test recording before, and the audio of the game is pretty loud. I lowered it, so my voice should be loud enough to understand. Uh, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll lower it once we get in the game. But I'm gonna just let this play out. I'll get a drink of water. Got my nice big water jug here. And I'll let the beginning sequence play out. I won't interrupt it.
Because it is my guilt, I claim the grievous miracle. Make my chest hurt with regret. Forge your punishment and nail it deep. Shape my guilt once again.
I will say, I think the beginning of this game is very cool. The aesthetic of this game is awesome.
And thus, guilt, repentance, mourning, and every pain of the soul of all kind were visibly and tangibly manifested everywhere and in all of us. Sometimes in the form of blessing and grace, sometime in the form of punishment and corruption. That divine will, equally pious and cruel, which we could not and will never be able to unravel, was called the miracle.
I really do like how a lot of the verbiage used and symbolism is old, ancient Spanish Catholicism. A lot of stuff is written in Old English. They don't use any letter U's, just letter V's, and I don't know. I think it's a really aesthetic game. There's also such a bleak start to a game. It's so cool though. It's funny. I don't know if I'll sit here and let you guys read all of these. You could just play the game for yourself, I suppose. But I guess for the beginning of the game, I'll just leave them up for a minute. It'll probably be funny to get to unlock all the abilities again, because I got very used to this, some of the attacks, I've gotten very used to. And I'm going to miss, but we will get them again. Yeah, so I'll leave them up for now. I'm playing on an Xbox One controller, Bluetooth. It's a nice controller. I haven't tried it with mouse and keyboard. I don't think I'd want to try that, to be honest. You're about to see some horrific gameplay, honestly, but I still don't really know how to deal with the attack pattern yet. I think I'm supposed to... Do I step back for this? I don't really know. It's horrendous already, but you know. Already, just cringe at the game. I'm so used to relying on the abilities now. I'm wondering. Oh, sorry, I didn't let that one stay up. A lot of the enemies' attack patterns I've gotten used to, but you only really fight this guy once. You do actually... He does pop up later, or an enemy like him, but... Then you have to fight two of them, and that's a different kind of pain. Let's see if with full health and the potions, the bile, that I'll be able to... So I genuinely don't know how to dodge that still. Oh, I guess that's how. Alright. Like, am I just supposed to stay, like, back? And then... Okay. Alright, I understand now. Because the first time I fought this guy, I was trying to figure out the controls, and so I didn't really pay attention to attack patterns. And then... Never really fight him again, so... Never really learned how to get good, you know? I'm gonna be quiet again, just let this play out. Alright, I think I have to go interact with him. Nope, never mind. Alrighty, so you have to come back with the key, which you get from this, like, gypsy merchant woman that you meet later on.
Regretful be the heart, penitent one. The anguish of the eldest brother has now come to an end. I am Dale Gracias, witness to and narrator of the acts of the grievous miracle. Such is my penance, as yours is silence. The cradle of affliction is what you seek. This can be found in the mother of mothers of the churches. is a remote place separated from the rest of these lands by a great sacred and forbidden door. Even a wise penitent like me knows nothing of what lies beyond those high walls. However, what I do know is that, according to the rule, one must carry out the 3 humiliations to gain access to what they guard. One of them must be performed in the high mountains, covered in thick blankets of snow.
So, a funny thing to note here is he lists the high mountains and then he lists the other places you have to go. But he lists them in like the order that I would just not recommend playing them.
In the depths of a dark, entombed church where the sleeper lies. And the last one, at the end of the trail, carved by moans that claw their way out of an iron spiral.
Like the last one you said, I would probably do first. Jondo, or Hondo, I would do second, probably. And then the mountains I'd do last.
And place it on the handle of your sword. If, when the time comes, as you grip your weapon firmly, you notice that it wounds you and makes you bleed, having grown with more thorns sprouting from it, writhing over the figure of the father carved into the knob, that will mean that you are at the mercy of the grievous miracle, whether for its punishment or its forgiveness.
Alright. I'm also not sure how long I should let episodes run or where I should cut them off or anything. So I guess we'll just kinda play it by ear. I also keep trying to like dodge slash attack. There's like a lunge attack. Oh my gosh. And I keep trying to. I did it again. I will eventually get used to the fact that I don't have it yet. Or, God willing, I just buy it first. The first of many prayers. Later I get an item that'll let you jump on these red sparks here, but for now we can't get up there, so I'm just gonna leave it. Once again, not the most impressive gameplay. I am not particularly good at these types of games, but I think the lore is really cool and it kept me playing. And I like to try to get better at these things, even if it's very difficult for me. I actually don't think I've ever done that before. We are not going to talk about that, honestly. Partially a little bit distracted because I'm trying to figure out the tooltip that it just said, actually, because I've never done that before. And I'm not exactly sure what it's talking about. So if I'm in the air and I hold... Why did I not know about that, actually? Just straight up. That would have been so useful at several points in the game. I feel like they drop that there and then just never bring it up in the game again. That would have been so useful though. Okay. Like, see how I can like bounce like that? I just didn't know that was possible. I was kinda taking in a lot in the beginning of the game when I first played it. And I guess I just didn't I don't know. Guess I just didn't pick up on that. Probably done it by accident too, that's the funny part. I'm actually so bad at this game sometimes that it makes me question if I should be recording it, but I think I'll get better if I record it. And you know, I want my stuff to be more impressive. Also, the executions are pretty sick. Okay, I'll be quiet for this actually.
There is no answer to our plea. The miracle has forsaken us, and my ornate throne turns its back on those who wait here.
Yep, been there, done that. So this thing is irrelevant right away, but you can come back here later as well. Talk to this guy.
Sorrowful will be the heart, penitent one. Welcome to Albero, sanctuary to this humble brotherhood of the kissers of wounds. Few remain here who can still employ it, but Tirso is my name. There are few of us who still care for the sick and ailing. With devout kisses, we bless the wounds of those who seek our protection. Thus both we and they remain at the mercy of the miracle. Time outside these walls passes by strangely. In sundowns we need not contemplate. But if your penance happens to carry you under set skies, be so kind as to bring us some ingredients for our ointments.
You get a decent amount of tears.
The will in the miracle shall show you which ones they are.
Of atonement for gathering the like herbs that you can give these guys, which is pretty nice. Tears of Atonement are like the currency in the top right corner, actually where my webcam is, so you won't be able to see it. But I have 622 currently. I love these kinds of cutscenes. These ones are very cool.
Penitent one, you who carry the painful guilt in your cracked hands. Lend it to us and alleviate our burden. Lend it to us and wipe away our tears. Because it is an act of penitence.
So I probably can't afford it right now, but this is the... yeah, I can't. Sacred Thrust is one of the moves that I'm very used to using. So I will try to get that first. I need 1,500, I think it said, and I have 622, so... There's also this place.
Upon the winch of the Order of the True Shrine. In this place, we gather the remains of those who were separated and forgotten, so we can grant them holy burial as our charitable rule prescribeth. Help us, these poor souls, O penitent one in silence. The Order blesses you.
So you can give them, like, body parts. Not... No, the body parts are a different spot. You bring certain items back here. I don't honestly know exactly which ones. I just remember coming back here after fighting a couple bosses and whatever, and it just... like, I was able to give them stuff. There's also, later on you can come here and donate your Tears of Atonement, and it will give you different rewards. One of them is being able to teleport to any of these shrines. I want to say that's like 40,000 or something, and that one's like game changing. I don't know how they hit me and died at the same time, but this game be like that pretty consistently. I'm just gonna kill everything because I need the like coins, the whatever, you know, the tears, to get the attack that I want. Which, once again, I'm sure isn't the most interesting thing to watch, but I don't know, I'm sure as I do this more, I'll find things to talk about that might make it more interesting, so it's not just gameplay. But I don't know, some people might just want to watch this game. Maybe they don't really want to play it, but they like the lore or something, I'm not really sure. But then when I talk, I'm very distracted, so, I'm sure I'll learn to multitask better while I'm doing this too. Because that is certainly something I could practice. I think I can, yep, okay. There's a lot of little secret places, and they're fairly easy to find by accident, actually, or like if you just bonk stuff from time to time. You'll typically find things. I also don't know if I have any rosary beads yet. Yeah, I do, okay. You don't really get a lot of slots for that until later, so... Also, a lot of those hanging cages, like you can see up there with the little baby in it, they are a lot easier to get to later, so I'm not really gonna bother with them right away. I mean, ones like this one I can, because it's pretty easy, but... I'm really, like, asking to die, but I'm just not gonna heal at this second. I also don't really recall the whole map or anything. Like, I'll remember certain things when I get to it, but most of later gameplay, you don't really, like... you do repeat a lot of areas, and find new things, but I haven't been back to this area in quite a while.
Sister of mine, as I foretold you, someone is heading towards the Forbidden Gate. Someone who seeks the purge and excommunication of all that is sacred and rests there. No, no, do not place your doubts on me. I am ready.
Just gonna let those play out for now. See how that goes. I'll explain with these two later, and there's a reason to. I didn't need to do that right now though, because I don't have any guilt. I just didn't remember if it played a cutscene the first time you got to one, so. Alright, this is some... I did it. I did forget to heal. Okay. Fair enough. Now I have guilt, because I died. To be fair, I'm okay that that happened, because I want to go buy the thrust attack, so... Not a total loss, really. In fact, it's a pretty good thing. Generally. I also want Weight of Sin, but Sega Thrust comes first, for sure. Because that does this. So when you dash, you also do an attack. Here's where you put the body parts. So you'll notice I've gathered these like body parts of different like saints or whatever, different people. And that's where you bring these.
This lowly servant greets you, O penitent one. Welcome to the ossuary of all those who will be eternally remembered. My duty is none other than to provide shelter to each and every one of these skeletal remains that linger under these intangible veils of dust. It matters little how many years or centuries have passed. The bones speak to us through their creaking and grinding, and through their silence. But these remains need one another in order to reveal the truth they still guard within. Only together, in intimate brotherhood, will they achieve eternal rest. For this, they beg that you help them. Bring them before me, and in this way, we will uncover the truth that they have silenced.
I will say that I found this place in my playthrough, like my other playthrough, like 13 hours in or something, like 12 hours in, whatever. I did not know you could just get here right away.
The bones thank you for your help. Bring the bones before me, and we...
But yeah, I honestly didn't know this was here. Until I'm an idiot.
Two faces greet you, penitent one. My name is Nacimiento. Look at my chest, upon which an ancient visage grows older and older. A face that does not speak, that does not think, while mine becomes younger, such that I now look like a child. Such a terrible sentence is this, that I do not understand its purpose. no matter how much I reflect on the sin that I may have committed to deserve it. The grace of the miracle is present even in those who are punished. Perhaps I might reduce the magnitude of this sentence by helping you. Bring me the quicksilver, which is capable of flourishing under our feet in any place at the whim of the Grievous One, and I will mix it with the bile from your flasks, thereby enhancing its gift.
This is, like, really useful, actually, and I also only found this,
Bring me the quicksilver.
like, like, 10, 15 hours into the, 10 hours into the game, whatever. So, I wish I found a lot of this stuff earlier on in the game, quite frankly. But, I did not, so there's that. But at least in this playthrough, I will, like, find things faster, which is nice because a lot of them are really useful. And it would have been cool to have them earlier on. Do these guys give anything for killing them, actually? Yeah, I gotta find... That was stupid. Okay. So I have to find things to talk about while I play, for sure. Maybe I'll have like a topic of the day, or maybe I'll just kind of keep making stuff up as I go, but I feel like me just kind of zoning out isn't particularly interesting. I'm wondering... Oh, right, never mind. Okay. Like I said, maybe earlier, maybe people will just enjoy watching the gameplay, in which case it doesn't really matter what I say, but I'm not sure, so for now I'm gonna talk and try to say interesting things. But this game is so interesting in and of itself that... Yeah, I know you can hit that with a projectile attack later. There we go. Those executions are so sick. So now I can do this, which is what I kept trying to do earlier, and why I kept just walking into enemies, basically. Because I was trying to do that, and then nothing was happening. It's so strong early on, too. I mean, it stays strong. It's not even just early on, really. I'm an idiot. Alright. Hit the wrong button. I have no excuse for that one. I'm actually gonna go down here now. Just to get it on the map. I think this is where you come out underneath the last path. Yeah, okay. So when I first got here, that enemy was like quite difficult, but Not this time around. Now that I kind of like expect things, it's not as difficult. I'm sure some things will still catch me off guard and whatnot. And I'm just generally like not the best at this game, so I'm sure a lot of things will just kick my butt anyway. Even me knowing that they're there. But I have found ways to like deal with a lot of enemies without getting hit. Whereas before I would just like bum rush them because I wasn't really sure how to not take damage when fighting them. That was just silly. Oh my lord. Okay. That feels so good every time. Oops. Okay. I will say the contact damage gets a little obnoxious. Sometimes you just kind of walk in like the general direction of an enemy, like lightly caress them and take damage, and it's quite annoying. Especially when you're trying to get through like an enemy's shield or whatever, and then it hurts you just by you walking into it. Or like those guys who literally do ranged attacks, it still hurts you if you walk into them. That move is so good. I might go down there and fight. Yeah, I'll fight it. I didn't know about this path for a while either. Cause I just saw spikes and I thought this was a wall. And so I thought I couldn't get the item down here, but you can knock these down, so I can fight this. Oh, maybe there's not an item under here. That was the other one, I guess. But it's just a faster path. I don't have to fight stuff up here every time if I go down there. So that just saves time in the future at the very least. This bridge is useless right now, but I'm gonna cross it anyway. Have to fight the first 3 bosses to get past here though.
Here lies the door, on whose bronze the ordeals of those chosen by the miracle are perpetuated. On it, for the art of these images to be worshipped and revered, ornamentation must take place. His sculpted holiness watches us, rigid, from on high. But it is the relief of the bronze that dictates who is worthy of passing under its adorned arch. Find the holy visages, and the bronze will know. For fickle are the wishes of the miracle.
So you can't do anything here yet. There are also different endings depending on how you approach this entire situation, essentially. And in this playthrough, I'm going to try to get the good ending. We're gonna see how that works. It requires things to be done in a certain order, and I'm partially gonna be trying to figure that out. But I have like a vague idea due to the wiki. Or no, I think I watched a video on it. I don't honestly remember why I know about the endings. I think it was a wiki article I read that vaguely, I don't know why I didn't do anything there. that vaguely explained how they, how it happens. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. But I'm gonna try to get the, good ending. I might even do the snowy place first for like the hell of it, because it's definitely the hardest, but I think I can handle it on this playthrough, probably. Maybe not, maybe I should just do them in the safe order so I don't make a fool of myself. I might as well walk into here though. That ladder has killed me so many times when I'm not paying attention. And then I have to walk like all the way back, and it's really sad. Oh, also, I guess I can explain it now because it's happened twice. If you look at my health bar, and you look at my like fervor meter, which is the blue like mana bar underneath it, there are like thorns growing up the like faith meter, and that's the guilt that the game was talking about earlier, and it like impedes how many tiers you get, which are the currency, and it also doesn't let your prayers charge up all the way, your prayer meter charge up all the way, and yeah. You can go to these places where like the thorns are and get your guilt taken away. You like pick up your little ghost kind of, which I'll show, because I have to go back there anyway. And then the other way is by praying to one of those statues that said your guilt has been absolved or whatever that I prayed to before. I'll show that off later too, just to make myself useful here. So this is, I'll get some guilt, like taken away, but then there's the one down there from when I died down there. So these you like put in your sword, have different effects. I'm not gonna equip this one, because I don't want to, because it changes the game. But when I find one of them, I'm gonna equip it, because one of them I really like. Actually, nah, let me not go all the way up there. I might just, even though I remember where this is for the most part, I'm just gonna mark here that that's the snowy entrance. I don't know what I thought was gonna happen there. Alrighty. I don't remember what I have to do here to get past this, to be completely honest. Oh, there's more of the red sparkles. Okay, I need the, I gotta come back for that later. I also just realized now that there's an area down here that you can get to if you have another item that allows that gas to not kill you that's down there. which I've never seen that before, so it's probably something I haven't found on my other save yet. And I'll probably forget to do it in this playthrough, but we'll see what happens. If I remember that that's there. Alright, so, oh, here it is actually. This is how to make the goat go away, without going and collecting the goat fragment from where you died. But you also, that was ill-timed. Okay. There we go. It costs Tears of Atonement though, so you don't really like wanna use the statue if you can help it. That felt so good, to be honest. Okay. I don't know why I thought you could just stand on the edge and not take damage from that, but I was wrong. I was very wrong. I didn't mean to go up, but... there are benefits to executing them, but if two of them are down at the same time, or like in, you know, execution, you know, they're glowing red like that, usually the other one will recover before you finish executing, and then will attack you the second you're done executing. So unless I have one of the rosary beads that gives me benefits from executing, I usually just don't bother. So I would just rather not take the damage. I don't remember what this is. Yeah. I hate that they just casually go out of the map. There we go. That was okay. See, that contact damage is so stupid. Oh no. Oh, that was just rude, to be honest. Okay, so I guess with this one, if I... Oh no. If I hold the dodge button, which I didn't know about, I can, like, hit it in the air, which I've never known about before. I've also never been able to execute one of these guys before. That was cool. Learn something new every day. Outblitzed him. I probably should heal, but like, nah. Okay. I think quite possibly when I get to, oh, there's how you get the red candle wax, which I will actually promptly replace this with. Okay. Red candle wax gives you more health, bigger health pool. And the thing I replaced just gives you some coins and, or, you know, some tears when you break things, which is like kind of mid, but I'd prefer the extra health. So here's where you buy the key that I talked about you needed to get. Yeah, it's right here.
Behold what trusts me, for I have the blood of kings on the palm.
Sorry, I said I wouldn't skip dialogue, but she doesn't say anything lore important, and so I don't really care.
What I'm offering me, mate?
I don't care about these. I might come back for this stuff later, but not really relevant right now. So with that key, I can go back and get an item that makes exploration a lot easier, but I will not do that right this second. That was just rude, honestly. Deserved? Deserved? Okay. See, like right here, I would not at all. See, so that's where the contact damage is stupid, right? Because I was just up in his face hitting him. His spear is like hanging, like it. That's where the contact damage I think is like ridiculous. It's like the only BS thing about this game. Like, there's a lot of very frustrating things about this game, but they're consistent. Or like it's just a mechanic, which I know that's the case with the contact damage too, but it just seems like such a dumb mechanic. Excuse me. I will probably wrap this episode up soon, just to see how it came out and everything. But I will, oops, yeah, I don't know. I do want to go, I'll use the key actually, and then I'll wrap it up. I don't know how I walked into that. Yeah, I'll show you where to use the key that we bought from the merchant lady. And then I will finish this episode off. I'm actually gonna quickly go down here. So, oh no, you can't. Alright. Oh my lord. Alright. Oh. Pff. See, that's where the contact damage is like. You're really gonna let me get hit twice just because I'm standing too close? It is a little bit silly, in my opinion, but it is what it is. It's my only real gripe with this game, because I don't mind that it gives you like no direction whatsoever. I honestly find it pretty funny that you can just go like to the hardest part if you just wander in the wrong direction, pretty much. I find it really fun to have to like try to figure out what you're supposed to be doing. Even though I definitely understand why people find it annoying and like don't like it about this game, but I found that it kind of forced me to explore everything because I had to really to progress. I mean, some things I just happened to find in the right order, and then I, you know, didn't have to explore for like an hour to get to it, but a lot of this just requires exploration to figure out. And just reading the lore and like context clues pretty much. But it's not very straightforward. But I would argue that's a good quality of this game and not a bad one. So the one upgrade that I just got, called the Weight of Sin, allows me to do like a down smash. And then the other thing allows me to use my prayer meter, which is the blue, the fervor meter, to do ranged attacks, which I will show you by freeing the baby in the cage momentarily. if I can get it on the first shot, I'd be kind of impressed with myself, but I probably shouldn't be. Did I not get the ranged attack? Or what's happening here? Game. Hold up. Did I just... I'm a little bit confused. Hold up. Oh, no. Okay, this is the ranged attack. Okay, never mind. Can't do that yet. I got the charged attack. Which hits pretty hard, actually. Not what I thought it was, though. I would not have really come back here to get it, but oh well. I will turn in the body parts and then show you where to use the key.
The bones, bring the bones.
Thought I had more than that. Oh, okay. I do. I guess he just doesn't want them. I think they go in like sets. I don't know how the sets work. Doesn't really explain it in this game, but once again, it doesn't really explain anything in this game, and that's kind of something nice about it in an interesting way. So it just forces you to figure everything out. So here, while praying here, if I go to inventory, that's how I would equip the different hearts. But I don't really want to use that one, so I'm not going to. Yeah, see why I don't use the executions often. So you can actually hit them with the little slash dash here. Just throwing in Warframe terms now, but you know. That's so funny. Okay. So I'm actually gonna get the item. The key gets you to where you can get the item. It lets you run on those red sparks. So I'll show you guys that before I head off and end this episode. And it's pretty late, so I'm not gonna record anymore today. It's also why I'm a little bit low energy right now. But yeah. So here's the door. It's like right by, you spawn in this room, so. So now those red sparks, as I'm calling them, they're really like fragments of blood floating around, will show up as platforms for you to walk on. There is actually one over here, but I don't think it does anything. Or I haven't been able to figure out. Oh, there it is, never mind. Not this one, but there's one even further back, but I'm not going to go to it because I don't think I can even get to the... There are a couple items like this that change what you can walk on and all that, and some of them you need in conjunction to get to certain places. But yeah, now we can get to the item in the forest too. Also, there's nothing here that I know of. Through that door, rather. You know what? Yeah, that's how tired I am. Okay. I'm just gonna... pretend that didn't happen. Because that was silly. And then I am just gonna go get the item in the forest, go back to the main town, and then end the episode. So I've already like started trailing off a lot at the end. I'm just getting tired, and this is kind of my first time filming a video like this. So I don't know. I don't really know what to talk about. So I guess we'll work on that as I go. See, now I can get to this item up here, which is pretty cool. I also really like Painted Wood Bead. It heals you from breaking like objects. Shoot. So like notice how I have a little damage, but there's that skeleton hanging there on the right side of the screen. It's hidden behind that tree, but I promise you there's something there. If you watch my health bar, it went up. And any like little items I break. In this like tile set, if you will, it's skeletons. I'll take a little more damage, so it's easier to see. But like, here's a skeleton here. My health goes up. Here's this other skeleton. My health goes up more. So that's what the Painted Bead does. I find it to be extremely useful. Especially early game, when you only have a couple of the bio canisters to work with, so you don't really get heals from much. Because later on you can get healing from other sources, but not early on. Alright, I think that'll be it for today. I hope this was enjoyable. It's very new to me, so I'm just gonna take it one episode at a time. I don't really think I'm gonna edit this one down at all, because I don't know. I'm just gonna like upload it raw for now and candid and see what happens, pretty much. Because I don't know how long I've been going for either. I'll probably like set a timer or something next time, or do like half an hour at a time. I'm not really sure I'm gonna do any of this yet. I'm kind of just winging it, but we'll see what happens. I thought I'd give it a try. Might be kind of fun to like do something while I'm playing the game. So yeah, that's about it. Gonna see how this came out, how the audio came out and everything. I'll probably post it regardless, but I might have to mess around with some of the volume on things and whatever. But other than that, okay, so I've been recording for an hour. I'm definitely I don't know, I don't think I'll cut it down. I'll just leave it how it is and see what happens. I don't think anyone wants to watch me play something for an hour, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Alright, peace. This has been Blasphemous, episode 1. We'll see what comes of this.